2008 World Champions of Baseball.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Diamond Talk. I'm George Ryder. The guy to the right of me is the guy that just made the brand new intro for the show. Jeremy, how you feeling? What's going on?
Right now I'm doing all right. Right behind me, you can probably see in the screen even, but we got the Phillies game on right now because of the postpone yesterday. It's going decent. Started off very much not in a good mood, ready to kind of go off a little bit on the Phils in the start of this show. But how it's looking right now, they kind of changed my opinion, starting to get a rally going. So we'll see as it goes on, and we'll probably catch the end of the game by the end of this show. But as of right now, I'm doing pretty good. Speaking that we are pretty close to taking this division back, so I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, 1 o'clock game. I assume if you guys are watching this, you're watching the game. I got it in front of me. Big sixth inning, 3 runs after being down 6-0. I guess we can kind of jump right into that, really. Aaron Nola, September Aaron Nola, as we know, not somebody that you really want on the mound for you. And today started off very good. The first 3 innings, he was cooking. His movement was amazing. Control was good. And then it just kind of fell apart. One too many curveballs, let up some hits, gets pulled in the 4th inning. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, was I hopeful that, this type of September Nola was coming back? I was hopeful it wasn't going to happen, sure. But no, I'm not surprised. Nola's been very known over the years for not playing well in September. The reasoning, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he just gets very worn out by the end of the year because they do work him a lot. And his pitch counts get very high, and he's been very, very known for that too. So maybe he's worn out by the time September comes. Does that worry me? Yes, entirely. Is he going to be probably even worse by the time October comes, whenever we make playoffs? Yeah, that worries me a hell of a lot even more. So I'm assuming that's the reason why. Maybe there's something else. I don't know. It is only his first game in September, so he has time to switch it around. I mean, being a really good player, you got to be able to play under certain circumstances. So, I mean, if he can turn around, sure. But no, as of right now, I am not surprised. When in the first 3 innings, he surprised me. He surprised me coming out with I forget how many strikeouts. He had like 4 or 5 strikeouts by the time the 3rd inning came, and then just let up an absolute bomb from Lane Thomas. A former Arizona Cardinal, former St. Louis Cardinal prospect. That dude can pimp some balls. He has some good pop, and then allows a base hit to Alcides Escobar, and then Juan Soto takes care of that next ball. Yep. Hits another curveball, destroys it to the same spot Lane Thomas did. Did not look too good. It's really just curveball right now. We know that when his curveball is on, it's one of the best pitches in the league. I mean, guys are hitting 182 against him off that curveball. Guys are not hitting that ball at all. But when he doesn't have it on and when he's leaving it over the plate, it doesn't matter how good the curveball is. If it's right over the plate, it's getting rocked. And Lane's, God, man, I'm mixing up my names today.
You're in a football mood right now.
Yeah, so much football is going on, man. But Lane Thomas and Juan Soto took care of that. And the next inning coming up, he allowed bases loaded and did not help his cause at all. Didn't even get an out in the 4th. He was over 80 pitches by the time that came. So, very frustrating. I really wish that Nola can just keep on going. I mean, he said before this, he had 2 good starts in a row, which always surprises me when he has 2 good or 2 bad in a row. And I was hoping for a 3rd, but I guess we're just not really going to get that one.
Yeah, and it's a shame because, dude, we get September, Aaron Nola falls apart, and his first start in September, he's going up against a Washington Nationals lineup that is dreadful. This Nationals team sucks. They're so bad. This is the team that we swept earlier in the year in 4 games. So for him to come out and only go 4 innings, high pitch count, let up some runs, it sucks. That sucks to see.
Frustrating.
It is very frustrating. So besides that, before this game, which is very winnable right now, 5-game win streak. We drop one to Arizona. We said on the pod they have to take the next 3. They took the next 3. They win again in Washington. 5-game win streak going on. Are you back? Because, I mean, listen, we're 2 games back now. Braves dropped yesterday. this is very, very winnable division still after we were down 5 games earlier. So we're coming back. The Braves have a tough schedule still. They're still dropping games. It's very winnable. Are you in? Are you in? Say it.
So all I'm going to say is Joe Giglio of WIP put out a tweet the other day and said, are the Phillies really going to let me get excited again? And I retweeted it and I said, it's too late. I'm fully in. The reason why I'm in, though, is I said it on the last pod. But both of us agreed on this. We knew that the Phillies, if we were going to lose any games to the Diamondbacks, it was going to be that first one and we win the next 3. We said that was going to happen. And what happened? It happened. And I said, if that happens, I'm okay with it. I don't need a 4-game sweep. What I said after that is I said, we need to take 2 from the Nationals. Again, we don't need a sweep. A sweep would be much more appreciated. But if they get 2 wins, that's all I need. Well, they already have 2 wins, and right now they're trying to fight back for a third right behind me. So right now, yeah, they're doing exactly what I wanted, the most that I could ask for. So yeah, I'm in. The Braves got swept by the Dodgers the past couple of days. Now they're facing the Rockies. Yes, you might think, oh, they're going to beat the Rockies. Oh, the Rockies are home right now. If the Rockies were able to get some wins on the road, they'd be a playoff team because at home they are insane. So yes, even if the Rockies can take, if they can take 2 from the Braves, boom, we're 2 games behind right now. This division could be ours. What are we? A game and a half in the wild card or 2.5 in the wild card? We're right there for this too.
I think it's 2 games.
2 games.
It might be a game and a half though.
We're right there. We got 2 spots in 2 different ways. We can snag even a game in October. That's all we need. It's all I see all over social media is just, I want to see just 1 game. I need a Red October. And it's needed right now. And there's a chance to do it. You won this series against the Nationals. Boom. Get the sweep. Let's finish this game. Let's get a comeback going. After that, we asked for 2 games from the Marlins. If we can grab 3, let's do it. There's no reason we can't. We're on a hot streak. Pitching is doing pretty good. The hitting is insane. A stat that I heard is for the first time since 1980, we had 5 games straight of scoring 7+ runs. First time in 31 years we have done that.
Which is crazy because this lineup is not what you expect it to be right now.
Nope.
Not at all. They go out there. See, like I was somewhat in after the Diamondbacks because taking 3 was great. I know the Diamondbacks are freaking terrible. Like they're an awful team, but you took 3 and that's what you needed to do.
Exactly.
You go into Washington, you put up 18 hits. 18 hits from a lineup that you put out that is like on paper just not good. You go out there, you put up 18 hits, you win 12-6. It's like I'm back, and we're 2.5 out. We don't play yesterday. The Braves lose again. We're 2 out. Like I can't not be in. It's the last month of the season. It's time to believe. Just go in. Like let's just do it. If you're still like on the fence, just believe in this team. If they come back today too, the 6-3 right now. If they come back somehow, top the lineups up. It like way back.
Yep. It's something that it sucks because every pod our mood switches. We are either fully in or we're this close to being out. Yeah. I don't think either one of us have been entirely out from this yet. We've put ourselves in scenarios like, hey, if this happens, sure, I'm fully in again. And it's happening again. And who knows, we might. I don't want to jinx it, but we might lose another couple games. We come back next pod. It's like, hey, but if this happens, I'm in again. It'll probably happen again.
Well, that happened with Arizona. We got swept. We're like, listen. If we can do this, we can win some games.
Definitely. And just so much going on. And the thing is about being a Phillies fan, a Philly fan in general, but being a Phillies fan is pretty much exactly what Scotty says right here. He said, "What's up, boys? Phillies playing tug of war with our hearts." They really are. Something that happens with us is that we get fully in, and it happens every single year. We put ourselves in scenarios to think this can happen. And something else, another guy from WIP, Jack Fritz, had him on the show before, hopefully having him on again. This guy has a video out on Twitter, and he's like, guys, the Phillies found a way to possibly break my heart again because I'm fully in. And I'm okay with it. And I totally agree with that statement. I'm okay with the possibility of breaking my heart again. I don't care. I'm not going to keep on going like, hey, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm totally in. I want it. I need it. These guys just keep on fighting. Bryce Harper, his post-game interview when they were asking him questions about him playing in DC, and he said, I feel like the best baseball player in the world when I play in this park. And that man's face, I put it's that's gonna be my new cover photo. That man's face,
His stats in that
Determined.
ballpark this season are ridiculous, and against Washington in general, it's just absolutely insane.
In that ballpark, I remember they pulled up the stat, and right now he has 16 hits inside of DC this year. He has 8 singles, 4 doubles, 4 homers spread out across the entire park.
Ridiculous.
He's an absolute stud against DC, and dude, he's just so good. He's determined. He wants to win, and just like how we said last week about how we said, "Are we worried about Harper? What's going to happen with him in the future?" Well, if we can get him to the playoffs this year, he's going to be a lot more happy. And that's something we need to worry about, is keeping this man happy.
What I keep thinking is, like, if somehow we do make the playoffs, whether it's wild card or division, if the Padres miss it, Harper's your MVP.
Yeah.
Like, Harper's your MVP.
I could agree.
If the Padres don't make the playoffs and Harper and the Phillies do, the guy that leads the league in OPS, the guy that's batting 306, who's in the high 90th percentile in weighted on base percentage, like, weighted slugging. It's like, it's insane. It's ridiculous. So, like, you just look at his stats from, like, face value, and it's like he's batting 306. His OPS is over 1,000.
The only player to have an OPS over 1,000, by the way.
Which is insane. It's ridiculous. Like, watching him this season has been one of the greatest things we've ever witnessed in the last, like, 10 years for Philly.
It has been a treat watching this guy up to bat. Every time he's up to bat, you're just looking at him like, is something about to happen? I mean, I texted you earlier in the game. Bryce Harper had a bases loaded situation, 2 outs, and I texted him right when I saw that Gene Segura got walked for bases loaded. I was like, George, Bryce Harper's about to hit a grand slam. I just had a feeling. Didn't have him he had a ground ball up the middle, and they were on a shift. So it normally would be a base hit against normal batters, but you have to put a shift on Harper for that exact reason.
He is coming up right now, 2 outs, man on first. If we get if they could rip one right here, oh my God, it would be ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, it is needed to happen. We need to come back and win this game. It would be huge because again, Atlanta facing Colorado right now. When Colorado's home, they're playing tonight. If we can get a win today and Braves lose again, dude, we're 1 game out of this division again.
Like, it's ridiculous how close it is, because you see, like, the Braves, like, run differential too with it. Like, they're so much higher than us. They have like a plus 90 around there, and we're, like, sitting with, like, negative, like, something.
Yeah, it's like negative 20 something, isn't it?
And we're 2 games out right now. Like, that's ridiculous.
It is.
The fact that we were worried about the Mets and, like, the Braves just come out of nowhere and do this. Like, if they had Acuna, it would be so scary.
Yeah, it would be different. And Mike Soroka got hurt too, so that'd be a lot more worrisome too. But again, that's something else that both of us have said all season. The Mets were in first place, and that still wasn't the team that we were worried about the entire time.
It was always the Braves.
It was always the Braves. We were always like, okay, like the Mets are in first. They're going to fall. We know that. But the thing is the Braves are still right behind us. There's no reason why the Braves can't come and do it. Freddie Freeman's on fire. Austin Riley is now 4th in the MVP race, which is absolutely insane. The Braves have 2 guys in the top 4. Yeah, 2 guys in the top 4.
Freddie's always in there, man.
Yeah, he's an absolute stud. He's one of the best first basemen in the league. Yeah. And but so they got an MVP. They have 2 MVP candidates. We got 1. We can do it. The
Braves got a Cy Young candidate.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, starting this year, it's like, Bryce Harper's going to be an MVP candidate. Zachary was going to be Cy Young candidate, but we're 2 games out with like a month left. It'd be like, God, what? Yep. Like, I would be so upset to hear that. And here we are.
Yeah, and something else that has been keeping this team up, it's been the depth. I mean, we got a lot of guys that's not in this lineup that we thought were going to be in it to the end. I think if Rhys Hoskins is out for the year, huge miss to the lineup. Huge. But filling in, we have Brad Miller, who, he's not he's batting only like 210, 220. But he's a clutch hitter, hits a lot of deep balls, hits home runs. So he filled in decently. Behind the dish, JT's having his injury problems, and Andrew Knapp is out to COVID. So who do they call? They call up Rafael Marchand, 22-year-old, absolute stud, extremely talented. Seeing some of his framework earlier, a great defender. He's hitting balls great. He did not hit a home run this year in AAA. Yep. He did not hit one. Came up to the lineup, boom, hits a home run. The guy, he's absolutely talented, and we'll see how he goes in the future. But again, just keeping that role of next man up, and the Phillies are them doing that. Freddie Galvis coming in, he's had a lot of good games so far. He's filling in great. Ronald Torreyes was not supposed to be starting almost every day. Ronald Torreyes has been stepping up great since Alec Boehm had to go down to the minors and fix himself. Didi Gregorius is out right now, so people are filling in for him. everything's going on. Luke Williams, that backup gone, had to bring up other guys. It's always the next man up mentality. And Philly's been known for that. That's how it was for the Eagles for a while. It still is. That's how it is for the Phillies right now. And they're fighting. Bryce Harper's not, I don't even know the last time he's taken a game off. This guy's been playing nonstop. Did he just strike out?
Yeah.
All right.
But no, you're right.
And screen.
It's kind of crazy because like you see the names that they're throwing out there. Could you imagine this lineup if Reese was healthy, Bohm was what we expected, Didi didn't fall off a cliff, and JT wasn't having injury problems either?
Mm-hmm.
Like we'd be running away with this division. It feels like it really does. It sucks that Didi really aged just terribly within a year. Like he fell off. It sucks that we have to have his contract next year too. It really does. But they're gonna have to figure something out. He might. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say because you don't know if they want to give out another big contract. But there is a lot of really good shortstops out there.
Corey Seager.
Carlos Correa.
Yeah. Seager. Some good names out there.
Yeah, you got Trevor Story out there too. Like there's guys out there, and if they do want to dish out a contract, if they're that serious, like if they want to build up around more superstars like that, Didi might just end up being like a $14 million bench piece, like for a year.
Seriously.
It is possible. If he's this bad next year, he can't start. I'd rather start Galvis next year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
have Galvis back and just start him.
I love Didi, and I did want to sign him back in the offseason. So that is not
a great move. Yeah, it was a great signing.
It is not something that I am hurt about. And so I was okay with that move. And I mean, if you really want, you can train him back to New York because Yankees fans will not stop crying about how much they miss Didi. It's whatever. I love Didi too, but it's whatever. But the contract that did worry me, and I've said it from the start. Yes, I wanted to sign JT. I love the movement. #sign JT. But signing catchers for that long at the age that he's at, I mean, look what happened with guys like Joe Mauer. Not many guys can be Yadier Molina and catch for 20 years straight. All right. And JT Realmuto, he's now getting some injury problems. And already in his first year of signing that long deal, he's already playing first base right now. And that's not because they want to get Marshawn in the lineup. It's because he's not he's having some injury problems. If this holds up, that is it is a terrible contract. Because yes, JT has good numbers as a catcher. He has really good hitting numbers. But him as a starting first baseman, it's not. It's not. See, Joe Mauer could at least somewhat work when he moved to first base because he's still going to hit over 300. He's only going to hit you 10 to 15 homers, but he's going to hit over 300. See, JT is going to stick around the 270, 280 range, and he's going to hit 20, 25 homers. That's not what you want. When you have Rhys Hoskins, he'll bat 260. He's also going to hit 35 for you. He's going to hit 35 homers and have close to 100 ribbies. That's what you want out of a first baseman. So, yeah, that contract, it really is worrying me. And it sucks to say as a Phillies fan because everyone loves JT. You can't hate on the guy. I mean, he's an awesome dude. And he's a really good catcher and a good overall player. Contract really worries me, though.
Yeah, I feel you. And it does because the one thing about JT that we were all happy about when he signed was like he didn't start catching until he was like 17 years old. So most catchers start at the like young age,
young
like,
age,
little league, like 10 years old, they're catching and they like it and they stick with it. He started later. He's gonna be our starting catcher next year. He's not playing first base. That's not gonna happen.
Definitely.
Marcon will be the backup, which is awesome. It sucks that we don't have a spot for him because he really is talented and he is a good catcher. It's just like you have JT Realmuto. So you'll be coming in when JT wants a day off. That's what it is. And it's fine. I mean, it's really the contract is worrisome because it's the highest catching contract ever. And that's what it is, point blank, period. You don't want it to end up terribly because as you said, his numbers for a catcher are awesome. His numbers as like a first baseman, thank you, especially an aging one. So he's got to hope for the best there. Hopefully his injuries just are freak stuff this year. It's not anything that's going to carry over into next season.
Yeah. So that is something we can really hope for. We need that. We need JT to come back next year stronger than ever. Rhys Hoskins to really hopefully be back from this injury okay. Alec Bohm to be able to fix himself over the year in AAA. So a lot to work on, but just we need this playoffs right now. And something that can help us right now is in September, they have September call-ups. The roster expands from it used to be 25, but now 26 to 28, I believe. 28 players. 28. So we were able to bring up 2 players, and them 2 players are Cam Cam Bedrosian. I don't know. I know he used to be the Angels reliever, so we get to add another relief pitcher to there, so we can have this bullpen refreshed, which they are now because they have some extra guys. Another guy is Ramon Russo. We called him up earlier this year too. Decent in AAA. He's a decent player. He's just a decent prospect in general, and we'll just see how much he can help the team. And I really do think he's going to help us for times when we have big leads, or even when we're losing by a lot. We can just not have to waste one of our good arms. We can put one of these guys out there, or if our good guys are tired, put these guys in. Just them extra couple of relief guys are really going to help us out. And so hopefully that really works out.
Especially like if we got like if we're getting blown out and it's like the game's over, like you throw out guys instead of using like an Archie Bradley for an inning, you can use like a Ramon Rosa. Like that's what you can do. So that's awesome. But there is somebody that just entered the AAA, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Could not be more hyped about this.
If Sir Anthony Dominguez has a few good outings, he looks comfortable, he's throwing the ball well, and he's ready. You add him into this bullpen, and things change a lot because I know it sucks that he hasn't played in a while. You know, you hate to see that. When he was healthy, that movement on his fastball, the way he was just incredible. Mm-hmm. With the velo, the control, the movement, everything about him was perfect. If you you're looking at like Chris Sale right now. Chris Sale is freaking tearing it up. Chris Sale looks like he hasn't missed any time. He looks like he's back in Cy Young form. Like, so if you bring Sir Anthony in here and you can add a talent like that, when we know what he can do when he's healthy, like we've seen it, that he's absolutely incredible. He's one of my favorite pitchers to watch. Yeah. If you put him in the bullpen now, if that can somehow happen, it's something that's going to really bolster. It's something that's going to really push him.
See, and the reason why I have so much hope for it is just like how you said with Chris Sale, they took their time with Chris Sale. They knew that they don't want to bring him back at 80% and be like, oh no, like, you know, hopefully he does good because you need it right now. Well, yeah, the Phillies really need it right now, but they're not pushing it. They want Sir Anthony to come back when he's fully ready. He did his rehab assignment, destroyed it in single A, just striking out everyone he saw. It was completely ridiculous. And now they're taking his time. They didn't bring him straight up to the majors after that. They brought him to AAA, let him take his time, let him get a few games in there, and then we'll call him up in a couple weeks, and he can get a couple weeks of action maybe of seeing him here, see if he can help us make the playoffs. But this guy's an absolute stud. Yeah, he has had these really bad injury problems, but his velo is only getting higher up since he started his rehab assignment. He's up over 95 now consistently, which is something you really want to see because something he was known for is his velo and that nice slider changeup combo. He has 3 good pitches. Fastball's velo, insane. Slider is his number 2, which is absolutely filthy. And his changeup is pretty decent too. So 3 good pitches. And I'm pretty sure he can throw his 2-seam in there too every once in a while.
Yeah, but moves.
Yeah, and so this guy he's really good, and he's shown really good in his rehab assignment. And let's just hope he can come back, help this team out. He's not going to come in and get a closer role because a couple years ago he was our closer because him and Hector were fighting for a spot. It was between them two, I remember, and now, you know, obviously he won't go for the closer spot, but hey, who knows? Ian Kennedy kind of has that locked up right now. I love it. As you can see, one of my favorite moments, even in Phillies history now that I have seen live, is that Ian Kennedy save against the Mets, and he just got really hype and everything. That is one of my at the end of the intro, exactly. One of my favorite moments as being a Phillies fan, watching that live. It was insane just how much it just like meant right there. He got so hype. And he's fitting in really well. These trade deadline moves are only helping so much. So, but yeah, Sir Anthony coming back up, that's extremely going to help. He's an absolute stud.
Speaking of the Mets, dude.
Woo! Wow. Man, so we're talking about how our trade deadline moves are working. How about theirs?
Dude, that thumbs down thing is probably the funniest thing of the whole, like I've seen it so long.
That is one of the stupidest remarks I've ever heard out of Javi Baez.
Some of the weirdest, and then their GM gets busted for drunk driving yesterday.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like what? That team is a literal dumpster fire. And all we heard this year was like Lindor, like this is the Mets year, and they're just the same old Mets. The same old Mets. It's awesome. It's hilarious.
It is. It's totally hilarious.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that's the thing that's bugging me the most. I mean, in general, if that happened to us Phillies fans, I'd be ticked off.
I'd be so fucking mad.
Can you imagine? So I don't think Harper would do something like that. So I'm trying to imagine someone. I can't even imagine anyone on the team that really would, because no one's like Javi Baez or Lindor.
Like Odubel.
I mean, I guess
Like,
maybe a
I don't know,
Double.
like Gene. I don't like nobody would do that. Like
No,
we boo them a lot, man. We boo them a lot. Like
dude.
the
Last game,
Philadelphia boos them a lot. And when you're not playing well, you get booed. And then and then of course like they're just like
yup.
and
That
Kevin
is
Pillar, like
terrible.
the nicest guy ever. Like
Oh man, could you imagine Harper doing that?
oh my god,
No, I'm so much of a bandwagon. I'd
fans
probably
would
be
go
like, yeah,
crazy.
Bryce, yeah, you do your thing.
let him know. Like on so like starting 9, the baseball podcast, Jared Carabas was like, they made the Mets somehow took in Javi Baez and Francisco Lindor, like the 2 coolest players in the league, and made them so uncool. And that's like the perfect analogy. Like they really did. They're so not fun.
Yeah, but they were
it's
before.
awesome. Yeah, it's so funny.
Dude, we used to have Mr. Smile over in Cleveland. Javi Baez.
Yeah, Mr. Smile.
Dude, I have a Javi Baez Cubs jersey because I love the guy.
They're
Like,
awesome.
But them now in New York, it's just them fans changing, man. I would
There's
hate
no
to be
way
a part of that,
Javi
man.
resigns.
Dude, I don't know. He
There's
seems
zero
like
chance.
it's weird because he seems like he lies there because he's on Twitter and he's like, I'm hoping to keep on going, yada this, yada that. Like, I don't know.
We'll see. I mean,
they can sign him back.
Yeah, dude, pay him. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I heard
He does nothing for me.
I heard a stat the other day. I don't have the exact number, so don't quote me on this. But over his last like 162 games or whatever it is, or maybe 2 years, he's had over 220 strikeouts ish, and only like 25 or 40 walks.
Yeah, no, it's actually ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Like he strikes out. He loves swinging.
He does. Update me on the game real quick, because you're ahead.
6'3", man on second, piss rods on the mound, Coonrod.
All right. Let's just hope we can keep this going. We need this Phillies win.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so much going on. That
Hopefully,
Mets
it's just like
thing is
if
terrible.
these bats somehow do come back to earth a little bit because the lineup isn't great. This pitching rotation has a chance to carry us like a decent amount.
Yeah.
Like we have a 1 through 5 that is just all very solid pitching.
You want to say 1 through 5?
Yeah, Ranger's been a very good
No,
starter.
Ranger has.
Oh,
but
you're saying Nola?
No. Wait. No. Go through the rotation. Am I missing something? I'm thinking of something. Okay, you got
Zach Wheeler?
Yeah.
Aaron Nola?
Yeah.
Kyle Gibson?
Yeah.
Mary Suarez?
Right, that's 4.
And then Zach Eflin when he is healthy.
He's out for the year.
Oh yeah, he's done.
So who's that
my
5?
God. Well, all right. So I'll say 1 through 4 then.
Because you remember who that 5 is, right?
Yeah, let's not even. We're good. We're good. I'll say 1 through 4.
What
6
I want.
innings though.
Yeah, okay, that one outing, and you know what happened the other? What was it yesterday when we had to come back, or 2 days when we had to come back? Yeah, it was terrible. But what I want, this is something that I talked with one of my other buddies. Is I want Matt Moore DFA'd. I want him gone. I don't care about anything else that he's done, but I want to give, if he's not playing well, give a young guy a chance. And someone that we've talked about a lot is someone like Adonis Medina. The guy team. I would love to give Adonis Medina or Christopher Sanchez. Something like that. I mean, I don't think they're going to do absolutely great, but I don't think they're going to do any worse than Matt Moore. So, but what happens if Adonis Medina comes up and he just gets on fire out of nowhere?
Yeah,
I don't see that happening with Matt Moore.
It would be a very interesting decision for them to do like with a month left. Because could you imagine? I mean, Matt Moore has been so bad. Like Matt Moore sucks. We all know that. So if all we got to do really is make the playoffs, because then our rotation in the playoffs is awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think next year that Ranger's do you think he's going to be in this rotation?
I think that Ranger Suarez is now he's now put as a starter. He proved it himself. Yes, he did really good in that closer and that relief role, and that's the reason why he is a starter now. And I would rather get 6 or 7 really good innings out of Ranger Suarez than every once in a while getting a save.
Yep, I agree.
Just plain and simple. I'd rather have a better starting pitcher than a better relief guy.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And that's what we're getting.
Oh my God, we're all so skeptical. I thought he's going to suck.
I hated the move.
He's always been a bad starter. Like he's always been a bad starter. And now he comes in and he was really working his way up. It was crazy. They're like, all right, we'll let him to like 45, 50 pitches. He throws like 4 innings, throws 3 innings. Then all of a sudden he throws 5. Then he goes 6 2/3. And it's like he's out there throwing like 83 pitches. And it's like this guy is a good starter. If he can give you 5, 6 solid innings as our number 4 or 5 guy next year, count me in. Like I'm all in on that. That's fine with me.
I agree.
And like maybe Eflin next year. And if not, there's so many starting pitchers.
Exactly.
Granted, a lot of them are older, but like there is a lot of solid guys you could put 4 or 5.
Grab a one year deal that's at least more of a chance of doing better than Chase Anderson and Matt Moore.
Yeah, no.
I at least got the Matt Moore one because he did great over in Japan, so I can't hate too much on that one. That Chase Anderson one. Did you see where Chase Anderson signed?
I did
he
not.
A new home.
Where?
He is with Spencer Howard in Texas on a minor league deal.
On a what?
On a minor league deal.
No way.
Yep.
Dude, it's crazy that Spencer Howard still can't go past 3 innings and Ranger Suarez comes out of the bullpen and just starts cooking. He's like 6 innings. Let's go.
Spencer Howard's over there talking shit too.
That's crazy that Chase Anderson. Yeah, no, I agree with you though. When we signed Matt Moore, I thought it was a great signing because he's an inning eater and he was good in Japan. Chase Anderson was like, ugh. Like
I wasn't
whatever.
very excited about that one. I was definitely more excited about the Matt Moore one.
It was kind of low risk, high reward.
Exactly, yeah. And it didn't work out. We didn't pay them a lot of money either, so did it really hurt us too bad? No. But I mean, hey, if we have that the 4 we're talking about right now, and we can add a 5th guy that's even half decent, there's a lot of older guys who's going to look for a 1-year deal that's going to be at least decent. That's all we really need. I'm not looking for a Jake Arrieta. God no. I don't want nothing like that because that would be like signing Chase Anderson. That guy is terrible. And I love the memes that are made about him when they're just like, Jake Arrieta is a good baseball player. It's like, they're hilarious.
Jake Arrieta is a good player.
Yeah, it's so funny. But something though that I think is the most important thing about making the playoffs now is because we've shown that we can hit. A lot of the times we can show that we can pitch. It's this defense, man. And it's really worrying me. This defense is worrying me a lot. It's really bad. I mean, even a play.
JT did hit a double, so no outs with a double. Just want to update you. If you're watching this after the fact, hopefully we win. Then we just be hype.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm so much farther behind her than you. Right now, it's a 1-1 count with JT up right now.
Well, he doubles down the first baseline.
Oh man, well, thanks for spoiling it. Even though I wouldn't have seen it.
So go ahead.
Yeah, but I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? You remember?
You went from Jake Arrieta being a.
Oh yeah, Jake Arrieta being a very good baseball player. Yeah. So just getting a 5th guy in here, and again that'll be looking more for next year because this team should only be getting better next year. We're not in a rebuild anymore. Everyone's got to get that out of their heads. The Phillies are not a rebuild team anymore. No. We're a team that should be a playoff team most years and be looking to get better over the next 5 to 8 years. We should not be how we were the past 10. We shouldn't be coming into the year like, hey, if we can grab a wild card spot, I'd be happy, but I want 80 wins. No, that should not be the mentality anymore. Right now, we should be looking to get 85 to 90 wins a year, and that's just how it should be, and it should only be getting better. So yes, grabbing a veteran pitcher that's better than Matt Moore is what's needed because them moves aren't going to help us anymore.
And look at this list, man. There's a lot of let me hear it out there. All right, so I'll just go down: Greinke, Verlander, Kershaw, Stroman, Gausman, Charlie Morton, Alex Cobb, Kluber, and then you got Syndergaard, which I don't know if I'll take a chance on that, but maybe. I don't want that. Yeah, but these are all like the older guys. I mean, you're not going to sign a J. Happ. Robbie Ray's a free agent, man, but he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid.
Yeah. Like, and Robbie Ray, he's someone that I wanted to take a chance on beginning of this year, and the Phils didn't bite on it.
Yeah, we should have. We should
have. That was someone that I really wanted.
He's the man. Like he just strikes out guys at such a high rate too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he has some nasty pitches, a really good delivery too, and he's a funky delivery, which really gets to guys.
Yep.
He's really good pitcher.
I mean, like you could easily go out there and just sign a veteran. Like you really could. There's a lot of guys that will still give you good outings and still be a good number 4 or 5 starter.
I mean, look at guys that just out of nowhere came out and had an amazing year. Like even guys you just named. What happened?
RBI single, baby. RBI single catch.
Man's it's fighting time, baby. It's fighting time.
Come on, man. Let's keep it going.
It's time.
This Nationals bullpen, we all know it is so bad. It's so bad.
And we've seen that the past 2 games.
It sucks. Today was terrible. Like, we can go back to today because, dude, Espino has been literally terrible. He's been terrible.
Name the stats that you shared to me earlier today real quick.
Yeah. All right, so net starter today, Espino. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's given up, before this game, he's given up 16 runs over 19 and 1/3 innings. 7.45 ERA in August, and since the All-Star break, he's 2-2 with a 5.59 ERA. What did he do today against us?
Oh, God.
5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. We mowed our lineup down. We couldn't get any solid contact on this man. It was such a frustrating game to watch.
It was at first, and seeing how it's going now, hopefully it can fix it. But yeah, we were really struggling against him earlier, and I didn't see why. That's like I can't even say it. That's like that was like the Matt Moore start where he had 6 no-hit innings. The other, I forget who that was against, but they were probably like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, like, what's going on?
We can't get a hit against Matt Moore. Like, what is happening? I know that'd be my reaction. If Matt Moore started getting 6 hit innings against us, or Spencer Howard did against us, I'd be like what is happening? What's happening?
That was awful. I'd be so mad.
I'd be so pissed. But this game, we're turning up. The single just happened for me.
Yeah, the next at bat's not great.
Who's up?
Brad Miller. Can you guess what happens?
What did he pop up to the first baseman?
I struck out.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is happening. I thought that would happen too quick. No, yeah, that not surprised at all.
Yeah,
dude. Chris. So the last game I went to the game where I went to the 11th inning.
Yep.
And it was such a long game and everything.
Diamondbacks game?
Was it Diamondbacks? Yeah, it was against Diamondbacks. It was Friday.
Yeah. They should have lost that. I don't know. They came back.
No reason we should have won that game.
No reason they should have won that game.
No reason. But so this story that's going on. So I'm in the second row right in left field. I was this close to Odubel Herrera and everything. And man, was he getting banter. At first everyone was saying they love him and then they wouldn't give him a ball. And oh my gosh, it was mayhem. And
also
so we're there. Oh, what happened?
It's first and third. 1 out.
Okay.
You keep going though. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. But something that was going on is so a little kid comes up from like a whole different section. Like, I don't know what he ran down to the front and he's just like yelling. He's like, guys, don't worry. Brad Miller's the GOAT. He's coming up and he's going to tie this game for us. And then Brad Miller hits a 3-run home run. And all of us just want to be like, because all of us were like, dude, it was like an 8-year-old kid. And there's other guys up there and we're like, dude, like, what the hell has Brad Miller done? He's like, just watch. Little kid's like, just watch. Hits a 3-run home and we're like, kid, you're amazing.
You've ripped that ball.
Dude, the thing is, so at that point, I was very low on the Phillies then. I was like, like this team's not, after watching them, nothing's going to happen. And even when he hit that 3-run home run to tie it, I wasn't really that hype. I was sitting in my chair and didn't even stand up for the homer. I was sitting there just like,
yep.
All right, I guess we're tied. We'll see if we can come up with this one. But after the couple games after, they gained my confidence back.
Yeah. Dude, those 3 Diamondbacks games were good. Like, all we need to do is win. They didn't have to be pretty. And the way that they crawled back is awesome. Like, if this team fights like they are and they can come back and win games like that, then it's perfect.
Yep.
The thing I just keep looking at is schedule. Like, I know we have to beat them. Like, baseball, it's baseball, so it's different. It's not like football when you're like, we should beat the shit out of this team. Like, we should have swept the Diamondbacks twice, and we won
3 out of 7 games.
3 out of 7 games. So, like, shit happens. If the Braves schedule is tough, man. It is very hard.
It is.
Our schedule, besides Milwaukee, is doable. It's a doable schedule. You should be able to win games. You should be able to pick up games that you should win. I just keep looking at the Miami series at the end of the year, and it's scaring the shit out of me.
It is scaring the shit.
It's in Miami. It's in Miami, isn't it?
I don't remember, but I know, I can call exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have a division against the series against the Braves right before, and we're going to get ahead of them that series, and we're going to get shit on by the Marlins and lose this division by 1 game and miss the wild card by 1 game.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
We're in Miami, so
pitching change.
Yeah. Commercial's over, by the way, bud. But enjoy it.
my commercial just started. My gosh, we're behind. So this show is probably not going to last till the end of the game. I was kind of hoping it would be able to happen, but that's all right. Do you have anything else to bring up?
I'm hoping we can pull out this game. If we pull out this game, then I'm all the way back in. And we are gonna all be watching the 9:45 Braves game. We're gonna do it. We're gonna stay up for it.
Yep.
So come on, everyone's got to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. If Sir Anthony comes up, I'm ready to put on a division title shirt and a hat.
Yeah.
I'm very ready for it.
Something else too. So, what was it? Sunday, I believe it was. We had our fantasy draft for DSM Media.
Yeah, we did.
George is a terrible team. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
I hated my team. I'm ranked third on the pregame rankings.
I don't know how you're ranked. I'm ranked 11th out of 12.
I should not be third. I should not be third.
No, your team's not that bad. That was just the ongoing joke throughout the whole show was that, about George's team. But you and me have a couple games.
Are we in the same division?
No, we're not, but we do face each other twice this year.
Really?
So you and me face week 7 is our first game, and then week 13 we face. That's the second to last game. So we have 2 Diamond Talk games happening going on this year.
We'll be some friendly bets in there.
Yeah, maybe we can do something. We'll have it all over Twitter and everything. So keep up on that. If you want to check out that show, we gave away a Devontae Smith jersey, which was really awesome. I don't remember the name of the winner, but it was a very good show. Really good teams. But yeah, we'll be updating everything on that, and I'm really excited for our 2 matchups this year. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
very,
it's going to be fun.
Interesting.
And we'll keep you updated. Hopefully, we can get some people to do some fantasy baseball next season.
Yeah, that is the next mission.
Get some listeners in there, and maybe hopefully some people on DSM with like some fantasy baseball.
Definitely, I'm very interested in that for next year. Very interested. But I think that's everything we got for today, guys. George, you can end it off for us.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully the Phils pull this off. 2 games back as we speak. Hopefully a game and a half back after this game. Thanks for listening. Go Phils.